This clip is about observing and listening without prejudice. My name is Frank Kruk, and if you would like to know more about this topic, you can reach out to me, of course, by email or by Teams. Now, listening and observing without prejudice. It is about getting into a situation with an open mind. And why is this important? Well, if you want to get to know something you don't know, if you would like to explore something, it is of great value to do that with an open mind. And with an open mind, we mean that you listen and that you look to a new situation, a person or a place, without any expectations of how it will be. And that's very difficult, because when something is new and unknown, we try to get a grip, control of the situation, and we do that by forming expectations. We call this images. You have images in your mind of something you will encounter. So think, for example, of someone who does kickboxing as a sport. And you might have an image like this. Or when you think about somebody who's playing golf, you might have an image like this. We have created images by our experience in the past, stories of our peers, families and friends, and strong images by media and especially social media. And an image of something in real life we call a prejudice. 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 Pre means before. Judice means, well, it comes from judging, having an opinion about something, mostly negative or positive. Now, the point of a prejudice is that these images, they steer your observation. You will observe a person or a new situation related to that image. Most of the time you seek for confirmation of that image. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Having a prejudice is most of the time very helpful. It can, for example, protect us from danger. If you walk on the streets and you pass by this alley, for example, you have learned maybe in the past, by movies, stories, or own experience, that an alley like this can be very dangerous and unsafe. So you will not go in there. If we zoom out, then you can say that these experiences, the images, stories in your past, create a prejudice. Think of your upbringing, but also your culture, education. They have created a frame of what is good and bad, nice and stupid, interesting or boring. Hereby, these prejudices, they select the meaning of what you will see. And thereby you will miss out other meanings in the situation. And the situation, or reality, is full of different meanings. It's not one single meaning, it has many. Let's give you an example of that. If you look at this here, what do you see? Yes, of course, you will see a rabbit. But what is the meaning of this rabbit for you? You might have had one in the past when you were young, as a little kid. And depending on your experience, you see now a sweet little fluffy pet. But your mother might have had a kitchen garden, growing carrots and lettuce for the dinner. In that case, you see an irritating animal that makes your mother angry. Or maybe your father was a butcher. Or you lived in Australia, where these animals are a plague. Or it's close to Christmas. A reality, a rabbit in this case, is the same. But your background and your prejudice determine how you value it. It determines what you see. Now, if you want to openly explore something you don't know yet, your prejudices are in the way. How can you deal with that? I have 6 steps for you. Step 1. Notice. Notice and write down what the images are about something you will encounter. What do you expect and how do you value that? Just write them down on a piece of paper. Step 2. Share your mind with somebody else. Find another person who might have different images of the situation you will encounter. Share what the images are you have and try to explore why did you get to these images and the other person to other images. It makes you aware of how you see reality. Step 3. Rewrite. Rewrite your perspective. You don't have to throw it away. It's useful, but there is more. So come with a new perspective in order to approach a new situation, and find a perspective that helps you to observe and listen very openly, to explore what is all there in the situation. Step 4. Look, listen, check. Go into the new situation, the place, or meet the new people, and be as open as you can be for your observations, behavior, and opinions. What is it that you will see? And when you're there, check with yourself. Are you busy constantly agreeing or not what is going on? Are you busy valuing it with boring, interesting, nice, not nice, etc.? Notice that and try to keep away. It's not necessary. You just have to observe. Step 5. Make a picture. Now you can create a picture. Look, observe, listen. What do the people do? Why do they do what they do? How do they think about what they're doing? What do they believe in and what's good or not? What are their hopes and dreams? How do they organize the things they do? Is there any kind of specific knowledge or skills in play here? There are many things you can observe and make the picture. Step 6. Create your image. If you have created your picture, you can think about yourself and see, how am I looking at these kind of situations right now? You can create the image you want to have. Actually, you create your new prejudice on similar situations like these. And that's good to be aware of. Now, I wish you an open mind. Discover the world. There's a lot to be seen and there's a lot of value there. Good luck.